Alright guys, Hayes here, welcome back to the channel for another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. So there's been a bit of talk about Sephiroth and how the developers need to tune him. People are complaining, saying his animations take too long, he's too slow, he's not that good as a result of being slow, and honestly, I think people are wrong, and I'm going to show you exactly why, and pretty much prove in this video why you are wrong, to be honest. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to do for a comparison, because this is what people seem to be doing for a comparison, so it is what I'm going to do for a comparison. So if we go here and look, we're going to use Cloud and we're going to use Sephiroth, okay? And we are going to use two specific weapons because they are more or less the elemental equivalents of each other, okay? So you've got Murasame and you've also got Edged Wings, okay? Edged Wings is the one in question that people seem to be a bit upset about, okay? So let's look first of all at Murasame and let's look at it in its maxed out state. So Murasame, when you've got it boosted to 5 stars, it deals 750% physical lightning damage, okay? Now if you look at Edged Wings, if you put it to the same state, it deals 800%. Okay, so it deals an additional 50% damage within that element, okay? So you need to bear that in mind. This weapon hits a bit harder when you're facing an elemental unit who is really where you should be running this. So someone like, for example, Ifrit, this weapon is going to hit that unit for 800% damage, whereas if Cloud is facing off against an enemy who's weak to lightning, his weapon is going to deal 750% damage. So that's 50% damage less than the equivalent weapon on Sephiroth, okay? So, people would say that if a character is hitting a little bit harder, sometimes you might have a trade-off in speed, right? Think Street Fighter. Okay, if you're going to go the likes of Bison, or if you're going to go for the likes of Zangief, those units are going to hit a little bit harder. However, they tend to be a little bit slower than someone like, say, Ryu or Ken, okay? It's pretty common in games. Same as Mario Kart, if you go Donkey Kong or you go Bowser, those units are faster, but they take a little bit longer to get there. But in the end, they are faster, okay? So that is kind of a balancing act you get in every single game. However, in this situation, I think people are feeling that Sephiroth is taking longer to attack than he actually is. And I'm going to show you that now, okay? So if we go to a single fight, neither of the two units is going to have an elemental advantage here, okay? So we're going to go into weapon quests, and we're going to go down to Genome Pod 3, okay? I'm doing this one because nobody has an elemental advantage, right? So we're going to go to swap mode. First off, I'm going to start off with Cloud, and he is going to set our benchmark here, okay? Now what I'm going to do, so that you can see this, is I am going to bring up my stop clock on screen, and we are going to time exactly how long it takes for Cloud to do 2 attacks, okay? And then we're going to do the exact same thing with Sephiroth, and you're going to see the difference in speed, okay? So I'm going to start the timer from the moment that basically I become in control, okay? So we're going to go in here now, and we're going to do this. So we're going to go here. Once I've skipped the animation, we'll start the timer, and you'll see the timer on screen. So now is the time it decides it's going to take ages to load. So we're going to skip this, and then we're going to go now. So the timer has started. I am just going to spam this Thunder Strike, okay? And I'll stop it as soon as he connects, and we've got the damage count on the second one, okay? So it's connected, there, that's it. So we've got our both times. We've got 14:18, okay? So it took 14:18 for Cloud to do 2 attacks, okay? So 14:18. Now we're going to do the exact same thing for Sephiroth. So I'll reset my timer. We will retire from this battle. Yep. And now we're going to put Sephiroth in the lead role, and then we will do the exact same thing, and you'll see the difference in time, okay? So we'll move up here, go to here. We will then take Sephiroth, put him there, and there you go. So, exact same rules and restrictions here. As soon as we have got control, I will start the timer, and then I'll stop the timer when we connect with the second strike, okay? So if the game hurries up and loads, skipping the animation, there we go, so that's the timer started. Just going to do the exact same thing, we're just going to spam the move, right? Exactly the same. That's the first hit done. And here is the second hit, okay? So now we've got 1533, okay? 1533. So, there's your comparison, okay? People are saying that Sephiroth is not good enough, he's too slow, they have to tune him, they have to adjust him, but we are literally talking about a unit that is hitting on the equivalent, okay, move, because Murasame is a lightning elemental weapon that's hitting for huge damage. It hits for 750% damage. Sephiroth, on his ice elemental weapon, is hitting for 800% elemental damage. Cloud, to do 2 attacks, is taking 14 seconds, 14.18 seconds. And Sephiroth, to do 2 attacks, is taking 15.33 seconds. So are we actually genuinely saying that that is an issue? 1 second for 2 attacks. That is the difference in speed, and people are commenting that this unit is far too slow, his animations take far too long, and using someone like Cloud, you can do way more attacks. It's not true. I think the issue is Sephiroth's animations feel longer than they actually are, okay? Because you've seen the time there. It does feel like it takes longer than that to do 2 attacks with him, no doubt about it at all, but at the end of the day, it is just a feeling rather than something that's actually happening, okay? So for an additional half a second per move, you are gaining 50% more damage in that element. Is that a fair trade-off? Half a second? I think it's fine. I don't think the developers need to fix anything. I think it's a deliberate thing. If you look at a few of his other moves that take a little bit longer, they come with things like huge buffs to the damage he puts out. You know, if you check him against Cloud, which is what people seem to be doing, usually if his move is taking a little bit longer to perform, Cloud's move is giving you slightly less damage. And if you time the actual moves themselves, the difference in time is minuscule. It's absolutely minuscule. It just feels longer. So all I can say is I don't think this is an issue at all. I really don't. And genuinely, I just think that people are interpreting the move as taking longer than it actually is in reality. So if you're talking about Sephiroth being far too slow, Cloud is way faster, he's really not. I mean, we're talking like half a second of difference in speed here. And the trade-off is, on the particular moves that we're comparing, Sephiroth is going to do more damage with that move against his elemental weak counterpart than Cloud is going to do against his lightning weak counterpart. So you can make up your mind yourself. Is a half a second enough that you need to really contact the developer and complain and say that the unit needs reworked? I don't think so, and I really just think this one is an absolute storm in a teacup, and there is absolutely no issue with Sephiroth's speed. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Did you think it was actually longer than that? Or did you realise yourself, you know what, there isn't really that much difference in speed between him and Cloud? Let me know in the comments down below. I've been Hazink, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.